Hello. I want to raise the volume. Sorry. All right. So, I am doing a field trip from Whole Foods. And I figured I'd stop here and just mosey down a bunch of aisles. And I stopped in one aisle. And I figured I'll show you some of the things that I myself look for and what I compare to and what you should look for also. All right, so let's talk oatmeal, right? Oatmeal is always a big one. Oh, it's backwards. Let me see if I could change that. Maybe I can. Yes, I can. Look at that. All right, so the oatmeal, the oats, the only ingredient that is in here is organic whole grain oats. Now, a lot of my clients come to me and they usually do some type of packet already pre-made. Maybe even it's like a good company or you think that it is. But if you're not reading the ingredients, then you really don't know what you're eating. And so even though, like, let's say this, right? You think, oh, yes, it's got the organic, and it has the non-GMO, and I always look for those because those are standards that we have. But the first ingredient is whole grain oats. The second ingredient is cane sugar, and it goes from there. Dried apples, it's not overall terrible, but the second ingredient is sugar. And in here you can make your own sweetener by maple syrup, which is a lot better than cane sugar. And I kind of put my phone in a spot with sweeteners, and I'm looking around, and I wanted to discuss it too with you. So, oatmeal, it's a healthy food, and I eat it. I put my own raisins and dried fruit or fresh fruit in it. And I do put maple syrup in there to make it sweeter for myself. Let's talk cereal. Here's why. We're all familiar with this, or if we're not, I get many times customers or clients who come to me and say, okay, so I'm eating kashi, and this is good. And then if you Google who owns Kashi, it's Kellogg's. So you're just buying a little bit more expensive with a little bit better packaging or different, and it's by the same company. So when you look at the ingredients, it's Kellogg's ingredients, right? It's the whole grain, and then second, cane sugar. Again, second ingredient, sugar. You probably aren't aware of how much sugar you're probably eating each day. But kashi for sure is one that's full of sugar. Whereas this one, I have found a bunch of different flavors and types. But this one is actually my absolute favorite, cinnamon blueberry. And the ingredients, there's no sugar in it. Almonds, dried coconut, maple syrup, coconut oil, dried blueberries, pecan, cinnamon, and vanilla extract. So here you are, and I eat less of this than what you would do with this because this is all sugar, right? This is quality food. And, it comes down to, again, they have the non-GMO on there. And then one of the last items I wanted to discuss, because I see it all the time, is alternative milks, right? So soy milk, almond milk, all that. Again, if you don't read the ingredients, you think to the outside, wow, this is great. It's dairy-free. It's awesome. It's better than drinking a cow. But if you read the ingredients, again, the second ingredient is sugar. So this is truly just an alternative to the international creamers or just another sweetener that we often put into our coffee. So, and you know, again, there's seashells in here, there's different gums to make it thicker, to make it look like milk, because it doesn't look like milk. Almonds and water do not look like milk until you mix other ingredients and thickeners in it to make it look like what you would consider milk to be. And that's what they're doing, is they're just making it so that it looks like an alternative. So I walked by too and I saw these. I haven't bought them. I'm gonna try them. They are, again, they have the non-GMO project. They aren't organic, but I didn't even check the ingredients. I got too excited. Oh, I did. Yeah. Dried cauliflower, rice crumbs, and raisin juice. This one had a few other ingredients: cayenne pepper, tangerine zang. It's, you know, an alternative to cover, gluten-free alternative. And I know cauliflower is like the big thing, but I've never really haven't gotten into it unless it is non-GMO. So I'm gonna try these and see if anybody likes them or what I can use for them. And I wanted to show you the sweeteners here, because if you look at this, let me see if I can turn it around. Buttons pressing everywhere. All right, boom. All right, so if you look here, right, these are often people ask me what kind of sweeteners to replace. But if you look really carefully, you see that I have to make sure that the non-GMO, and it's backwards. Oh well, it's backwards. Anyway, that is not something I'm aware of. So I wouldn't go and tell my clients to purchase that without doing some homework on who is NSF, right? Because most of these sweeteners are just another processed food that we really don't need, and you can find healthier alternatives to it. So I just wanted to, I didn't even get through the whole aisle, but I thought that I would pop on and show you some of the things. I'm also going to put a link to the food that I do eat, and it's Amazon links, so you can easily get it. Whole Foods owned by Amazon these days, so it's the prices that are in the store is also online, which is pretty awesome, and the prices came down because of that. But you know, it gives you a chance to have anybody around the country who may not have a Whole Foods to get better quality food. And so I put together a link so that you could actually see some of the things that I buy and I will talk about as we go about. So I hope that you have a great day. I hope that this was helpful. And next time you see me, I won't have a mask on because I'll be in my own little space again. So I hope you have a great day. Bye.